So, because I know that you're an investor yourself, and so what
Yes.
types of properties do you own? That we would like to know.
Okay, so every investor has their own sort of way of buying properties and their own plan of what they want to do. My plan was, what I did was I bought one house. I did it up, I refurbed it. So not a massive refurb, it was just painting, new carpets, new furniture throughout. So I bought this property. I moved students into the property. I think it was 9 months later, the property value went up. So I remortgaged that house and I took some equity out of it.
Yeah.
And with that equity, I then bought another property. I used that equity as a deposit to buy another property. I then did that property up, put tenants in it, and then I remortgaged that property. Took some equity out and bought another one. It's called, I think it's called BRR.
And
so you're
then
buying the house, you're refurbing it, and then you're renting it.
Okay. So you have how many student HMOs do you have?
I have 9.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
You must like the students.
Well, no, I've got 9 houses. 6 of them are students, and the other 3 have got professionals in.
Oh, that's still like the ratio. You've still got more student houses than
Open. It's because I bought in a student area, and you tend to get more rent coming in with students than you do professionals when it comes to HMOs. But the other 3 houses that I've got professionals in, they just happen to offer the same amount as the students. So I thought, well, let's give some professionals a try.
Okay. So from your own opinion, do you think that the student HMOs are usually more profitable?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Because you can
the landlord
every year?
Yeah, in the UK at the moment, rents have gone up 20% in the past 12 to 18 months. Every landlord is increasing their rents, so it doesn't matter whether it's students or professionals. Landlords are allowed and do increase their rents. So it's standard that after 12 months, you would put 10 to 20% onto your rent. And tenants know that. Everybody in the UK knows that. And although we're in a cost of living crisis at the moment, apparently, people are still able to afford rent increases.
Yeah, well, there's nowhere else to live, have they?
Well, exactly. So they have to. And at the end of the day, your clients are investors. They're there to make money. So they should be increasing their rent every 12 months.
Yeah, because from my own experience, because I've got some HMOs as well, and we've always heard that with the student HMOs, it's going to be a big headache for the landlords, because the students will just trash your property and they have parties every weekend. You're going to get complaints and the council's going to get to you, and because of all the noise and everything. So what's your experience in that as a landlord or a letting agent? Is it something quite different from what we've been hearing?
I've had lots of experience over the past 20 years with students. Everything you can think of I've had and I've dealt with. But this shouldn't be a headache for the landlord, because you're employing a lettings agent, a management agent, to manage that property. So it's our responsibility to check in on the students and deal with any problems. As for trashing the house, that shouldn't happen again if you're doing inspections every 3 months. You know, when we go around and do an inspection, we write everything down. And you know, the best thing, because students have a guarantor, i.e. their mum and dad, if we think that they're not dealing with their tenancy correctly, we just ring them, and they soon tell them, their children, you know, they tell them what to do and say, look, you can't do this, you've got to be respectful. And it works every time we ring them.
That's good. Okay. Would you be able to show us some numbers or the photos of your student HMOs? I'd be interested to know. Let's see. Oh, yes.
Can you see that?
Yes. Is that another professional HMO?
Yeah, that's another professional. I'll just get another one here.
That's good.
This is now a student one.
Let's see. Oh, it's just as nice. It's got a desk. That's how I can tell the student HMO.
They're really nice. They're different. Well, no, I think they're the same. It just, this one's a lot. This is a smaller house. This student one.
Do you always have a desk in the student houses?
Yeah. They always tend to ask for one, so so that's another one.
That's a nice one.
Right. So can you see that now?
Yes, we can see the numbers.
Right, guys. So here we have just a student HMO example of the yearly rent and any sort of charges. So property number 1 we have, which is in Salford, and the postcode is M7. The M7 is an area of Salford. Now this is a 6-bedroom house. We've had this property for 15 years as a 6-bed HMO for students. Now each bedroom has an ensuite bathroom. The term is 52 weeks of the year, so you would essentially be getting 52 weeks rent, and then they would move out, and then you would get new people to move in, and you would get another 52 weeks rent, and so on and so on. The monthly rent in that area with ensuite bathrooms, you as an investor will be making $2,960, which equates to a yearly rent of $35,520. As a landlord, you would need to pay the bills because it's a student property. So you would be paying for water, gas, electricity, and internet. You don't pay council tax because in the UK, students get free council tax.
Yeah.
So the yearly bills on a 6-bed house would be around about £6,000.
Yeah.
So your yearly rent is 35,520 minus your yearly bills, which is 6,000, and the profit would be 29,520. Now, obviously there's no management charge on that, so you would have to put that into your profit in equity. But in the UK, for a student HMO, the monthly management fee is around about 10 to 15%. Property number 3, this one is in Salford again, in M6 postcode. Now this one's a 3-bed. This one has no ensuite bathrooms. It's tenanted for 52 weeks of the year, and the monthly rent is £1,885. Yearly rent is £22,620, and the monthly bills average up around £350 a month. So that's £4,200 a year. So the profit would be £18,420. Obviously, the 6-bed houses, they're a lot bigger. So the sales price for the 6-bed house would be higher than the 3 or the 4-bedroom houses. But the profit, let's say the net profit, the rental yield, as we call it in the UK, would be around about 9 or 10% on all of those properties.
What, from today's sales prices? I mean, from today's purchase price?
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
Wow, that's very attractive. Yeah.
There's a couple of my properties that I bought myself. They're up, one of them's 15% and one of them's 17%.
Blimey, wow, okay. So how much do you normally charge for full management? What is your normal rate?
Normal rate is around about 10%.
Okay. Yeah. And can you offer better rates to our clients or to our friends?
Of course, we will reduce that fee to 7% plus VAT.
Well, for both buy-to-let and HMOs?
That's everything. So HMO or buy-to-let, house or apartment, it doesn't matter. Your fee will be 7%.
Okay, plus VAT.
Plus VAT. Unfortunately, everybody pays VAT in the UK.
Okay, right. So you just have to mention that they're recommended by MyHMO or Becky or Harrods, and then they'll get the special rate.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, that's good. That's a good deal. Do you work
just to mention as well? Just to mention, there's no other charges either. Some agents actually charge for inventories or move in, move out inspections. We don't charge that. We just charge a flat fee each month. Obviously, we charge a fee when we find a tenant, but other than those two fees, there's no other hidden fees. A lot of agents charge for keys, new keys, or like I say, move-in reports, move-out reports, photos, inspections. There's so many things that can be chargeable, but we don't believe in that. We believe that, the monthly management should be all-inclusive, shall we say.
Yes. Now that you mention it, I've got other properties in some other places where I get charged for inventories, for moving in, moving out, key cutting, £5, etc., etc. Yeah.
Yes, well, that's it. Should be part of the 10% or the 12% or the 7% monthly management fee.
If they instruct a contractor to go out to do a job at the property, they'll charge, say, another £5 on top as well.
They shouldn't be doing that.
It's not, by the way.
Yeah, it's not correct. They shouldn't be doing that.
You're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
如果你對英國 HMO 物業投資有興趣，歡迎聯絡我哋查詢。另外，如果你喺呢一條影片入面得到有用嘅資訊，請撳個 like， 訂閱我哋嘅頻道。咁下次有新嘅英國 HMO 影片資訊，你就可以馬上收到通知。多謝收睇，下次見。